Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for May 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th, Monday through Thursday. Now, when it's during the week, I will use my Radley Valentine decks. Oh, and remember, this is just the introduction. I will post the timestamp of when the individual readings begin, but this is the introduction that will be seen on all of the readings to introduce it. Anyway, I am using my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I will pull one from my Radley Valentine Guardian Angel card and my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, for the introduction, I will be using my Waite Rider Tarot cards and my, yes, still looking, Colette Baron Reed cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. I am a Reiki master, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I'm an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, and whatever higher power God wants to say comes out. Okay? Okay. Now, we will just go through some of the things. Again, I should put my glasses. It helps for me to see. But remember, we were talking about the full moon. The full moon, it is in Scorpio, and we are in Taurus season. Now, this I think is interesting. I kind of mentioned it the last reading, but it's a full moon, and it is a blood moon because it's a lunar eclipse. If I say solar, I mean lunar eclipse. And so, that's where it's basically, the earth and the sun, the earth is here, sun here, and the moon is here. So the earth is blocking the sun totally. So it is a lunar eclipse. It is a total lunar eclipse. It is a blood moon because the ionization or ions around it make it look red. It will be, I think it's 16 minutes after midnight Eastern Standard Time. Again, Taurus season, Scorpio. Our next full total lunar eclipse, though, will be November 11th, earlier in the morning. I'd say about 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning, and that will be in Scorpio season, but that will be a Taurus full moon, and it will be a blood moon. So there's something really very balanced there, because these are the opposites, and yet they're very balanced energies. Now, the thing that I think is really kind of interesting too, not quite sure where we're going with any of it, is that the lunar nodes, the north node is in Taurus right now, and it just went into this a couple of months back. It will be here for 18 months, and the southern node is in Scorpio. So we've got a lot. There's something here with this Taurus and Scorpio energy. I really think we need to pay attention to it. I do say, again, this is one of those times to really get out there. I'm never one to say I'm not a moon worshiper, but I do look at the moon as a creation of the divine. So I do, and I know that it does have strong effect on us down here. So this is really one of those times to release, relinquish, request. Release what what's holding you back, relinquish what you don't need anymore, and request the good stuff. There's something going on. This is just too unusual that we would have these three events, the nodes, and then the two blood eclipse, moon eclipse. Anyway, so that's going to be, like I already said, 16 minutes or so after midnight Eastern Standard Time. So then we go into, let's see, May 18th. We will have Mars, which is in Pisces, 25 degrees Pisces, conjunct with Neptune, 25 degrees Pisces. So with Mars, Pisces, very dreamy, very hopeful, very wishing. Neptune, very deep, very dark, mysterious. Mars, though, just does push out. So these will be conjunct, which actually will be a good energy with this. It will actually make each of the energies that much stronger. Now, so there's something something we need to, be with that. It might make us a little more aware. I think it might make us more aware. Anyway, the 19th, though, we have Taurus trine the sun, 28 degrees, Taurus trining with Pluto, 28 degrees Capricorn. So Taurus is very grounded energy. It's very much getting to work energy. Pluto, remember, is that the planet of destruction and rebirth. Remember, there's always that rebirth. These are trining, so that in itself will not be a bad energy. It actually will be working together. And we will be coming to Gemini season around the 21st of May. Anyway, let's see. So that's kind of, what I wanted to talk about with that. But I just think it's odd. I think it's an odd thing. Now, I will be posting my memes. I will be, I search the internet whenever it's like things grab onto me and it's like, no, there's something going on here. So I usually do find things to maybe support my view. I don't know. But this one I thought was interesting, and hopefully I saved it. They were talking about, whatever this means, they were talking about that because of this blood moon going on now, that this was going to clear, it was going to complete and clear and to finish a lot of things, a lot of energies, a lot of stuff that started in 2004. And I'm like, well, okay, so that's about 18 years ago. So there's a completion cycle with this. I would say probably we're going to go and see this also in November. So between now to November, we might be wrapping up a lot of stuff that's been maybe positive, but I would say probably maybe negative energies. So let's see. Okay, one card falling out. Remember, if they fall out, they want to be seen. Court cards, again, have dual energies. So we'll talk about that if a court card comes up. Let's see what else we might have. Hold on a second. Numbers have meanings. This has if they're reversed, I say it has a little bit stronger energy. And of course, the pentacles, air, rods, wands, and cups all, do relate, astrologically also. So let's see what we've got. Let's go ahead. Higher power. What's going on in the universe? What do we need to know with the universe? What do you want with this? I'm getting kind of an unveiling energy. Things are kind of lifting. I should just try not to interpret too much, but I felt the word unveiling happening. So we could be, the veils are lifting. Let's see what we've got here. Anyway, first card here. Okay, now, interesting because we have rods and wands, rods or wands. This is fire energy. This is our Aries. Remember, Jupiter is in Aries right now. Really pushing forward, making dreams happen, going to work and doing what needs to be done. Okay, so it's Aries, it's Leo, and it's also Sagittarius. All of these are fire energies. There is, it's very consuming, it's very burning, it's very committed energy. So we have a seven of rods, 7 of wands, 7 to me, divine number, divine energy, divine umbrella. And when I say divine umbrella, it's no matter what does happen, we're covered. We're covered, and whatever the outcome will be, even if it's hard on us, it will actually be for the betterment of us. So this is a one that just basically says, it's kind of like the 9 of rods, but we haven't been beaten down like the 9. But this is, again, defending yourself. This is, again, standing firm, not giving up. And, I kind of think, it looks like person has a little bit of ground. Maybe it's elevated. These people are definitely on a lower level than him. And I really think that it's something, and he's also in a higher ground. And, whenever I'm reading cards, they all say something a little bit different. But it does feel like this person that's holding his ground, he's on a higher level. He's on a higher ground. And, it does feel like he's, like the people that are on the lower ground, the lower vibrations maybe, are trying to just keep after him. I do believe that people that watch, that we are star seeds, we are light workers, we are energy workers, so I'm kind of feeling like, even though the universe, higher power is saying, even if you feel that you are, these lower energies just keep pounding at you, stand firm. You're taking the higher ground. I've never really seen that with this card before, but stand firm. You're on the higher ground. you're doing what you need, what you're supposed to be doing. Now we have this one reversed. We have a 4. Now 4 is stability. 4 has leadership, organization, energy. So it's a very strong energy. Now we also have, remember I think the last time we had the Emperor energy, that's also a 4. So this does have a very strong, you stand your ground, you're taking the higher ground, or you've taken the higher ground. You are on higher ground. There is these people in the lower ground, the lower vibrations, but you are on the higher ground. You own the higher ground. You have the higher ground. You might have to defend it, but this is yours, okay? And there's a celebratory energy with the 4 of Wands, rods. It just basically is this is where you're supposed to be. This is what you're supposed to be doing. There's a marriage of some sort or something that kind of appears like a marriage, a joining together, a celebration type, but it basically is, for the week, the energies are very struggle, but you've taken the higher ground. You own the higher ground. This is, again, celebration. This is, very positive. Be committed. Know that you're taking the higher ground. Okay, anyway, let's go on. And now we come to, and we are in Mercury retrograde. And if you've been following me, Mercury retrograde to me is a time when things are put to right, or the universal higher power energies are trying to put things to right. Part of why I say trying is because a lot of times we get in the way, okay? And higher power is a respecter of persons, and if we say no, we say no. So this is where events happen that are trying to be put right, okay? And this is the Empress. I talked about the Emperor 2 seconds ago. This is a 3. Now, 3's also extremely powerful. All the numbers have power to it. 3's are the power of 3, the power that we can do in 3. Say something, do something, be with 2 other people. It really makes it that much stronger. Now, it's also celebration energy. It's also very creative energy. Now, the Empress is just a lovely energy. And I always, when I see her in Mercury retrograde, I feel karma is trying to right itself. I look at her as the divine feminine energy of higher power. And, there's always, a little bit, she's interesting because she's so creative that she does need a little bit of that organization. She does need a little bit, she doesn't really, but there's just so much that she brings, okay? And, she's pregnant, she is waiting, she is birthing, things are happening. And again, we've taken the higher ground, celebration, energy, wonderful energies with that. Okay, so that's going to be extremely, I want to see what this is all about. While I love these, this does have a little bit of a, this is one of those energies you don't want to back down from. It doesn't necessarily mean that, it doesn't mean that everything just goes right into it. In fact, I feel like many of the light workers are defending this next step, defending and making way so that the Empress can come and clear up some stuff. Anyway, let's see what we have here, what we've got going. And Mercury retrograde, I'm always telling you never to buy electronics. And it was very funny because card has fallen. I don't know. Okay. Oh, interesting with that one. Reversed. Okay, so a lot of times it's basically never buy electronics, and Mercury goes retrograde on the 11th, so that would have been Wednesday. My phone just dies, can't charge, nothing. So yesterday I'm like, okay, I try to, I go in to get my service. They talked me into buying a phone. I'm like, it's Mercury retrograde. We don't want a phone. But I had to get a phone, and then my phone charged. So just interesting stuff. I know. That's TMI. Anyway, so what we have here now, so now what we have here is again reversed. This is the Page of Air. So like I said, court cards have dual energies. Like pages have, the underlying energy is Earth. So that would be your Taurus, your Virgo, your Capricorn energy. So that's very work-oriented, home-oriented, tangible energy-oriented. It's doing what you need to do, make your money energy. Now, Knights underlying would be your fire energy that we've talked about. Queen's underlying energy would be your water energy, your Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. And then King's underlying energy would be your air. And that would be your Aquarius, your Gemini, your Libra energy, your thought processes, a lot of your communications, also hearing news, okay? Making plans, be, very strategic type of energy here too. So we have the page of air. So the page is, like I said, underlying has that earth energy. So it could have that Taurus type of energy, getting things done. The page is also very, very enthusiastic and wants to just jump right in. Now, the air energy, again, like I said, is that Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So we have Saturn in Aquarius, and remember, that one's going to be around for what, another 10 months. 10 months, it's going to be a year. And so that is about illusions versus the truth. So that could be very interesting in itself. Gemini, we do have Mercury in Gemini, and it is retrograde, so it's still, so there's going to be some things going on with that, but we'll leave that alone for now. This is about, again, communication. Geminis love to talk. Geminis love to bring new information. Very smart. Geminis are extremely smart. And then we have our Libra. So the page of air is somebody that, kind of brings some a little bit of difficulties, kind of says, maybe this could be in your work front, maybe this could be in your home life, but it's more in that tangible. So it just I kind of get this reconciling between what's going on, what you're seeing, what you're thinking with what you need to do. But remember, the page is enthusiastic. So the page says, whatever this is, we really will get through this. Now, when we say get through this, there's not going to be without some challenges. It's not necessarily challenge free, but it just persevere. Let's just move on. Let's just keep going. Okay. Enough is enough. Like I said, interesting times, Scorpio, Taurus. We will see what we will see. Anyway, I will start I will put the number in the description, but for the moment, why don't we start our readings now? Hello, my Tauruses, my sweet, wonderful Tauruses, and happy birthday to you. We are coming towards the end of your season, but we're not there yet. And so you have some more birthday time to spend. And then things will start working. Okay, or start to get to work. Celebration now, get to work. Anyway, let's see what higher power, what do you have to say? What should I tell my Tauruses? What do you want to tell Tauruses? Yeah, they've had some bumpy roads. There's bumpy roads. There's going to be, more bumpy roads, but you are very equipped to get through this, to drive through this. I kind of see you in like a, a four-wheeler, if you want to say, or an all-terrain vehicle. It's like, hang on to the, more ride, hang on. But it's really kind of a wild energy too. And it's kind of an exciting energy. Now, my Tauruses, can you handle that? Okay, but it's all good. You keep going forward. And you're actually more in charge than you think you are. Okay, let's see what we've got. 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards face down. Nothing is reversed for my wonderful Tauruses. Here we are. Don't know what that is. First card. Okay, we got the peace card. 13. 1, new beginnings. 10, transition. 3, like I said, celebratory, creative, powerful, lot of power here. Add them together, it becomes the 4, which is very much stable. Stability happens. But, like I said, bumpy ride, I just see you in this big, just kind of holding on. At the same time, I do see this laughing energy, kind of like nothing you can do, don't even try to come against me type of energy, which I like. I like that. Okay, so we have peace. Now, in the traditional tarot, this is the death card. And today, actually, I'm doing this on Friday the 13th, so now we have that 13 energy. I like the 13 energy because whenever that comes, that means that something better is happening because something has to leave. And if you've been feeling miserable, it's time for that miserable energy to leave you. Because remember, my Taurus is how psychic you are, how much you just pull that energy in. And I feel like you're like, well, what's wrong? Why do I feel this way? You're feeling this way because everyone just keeps throwing it at you. It's like you need to take a spiritual bath. You need to take a spiritual break from these people because, you pick up everyone's energies. So when you're really worried about things, I want to be sensitive with this at the same time that, we all live through this life and they're always, life is not for wimps. But just know that a lot of the stuff that, because of your sensitivity, that a lot of the pain is really, we all have to take accountability, but I hope you see what I'm saying. You're picking it up. You're picking it up from a lot of other people. So breathe through it, kind of like, a woman giving birth. Breathe through it. The birth is about to come. Anyway, Azrael, angel of death. Anyway, okay. Release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go. Let God. Now, interesting with that one. Okay, next card is the 8 of Raphael. And again, so you've got something that's really, okay, even if you're feeling, just so much negativity and like, I just can't. You've got the 8 of Raphael. You've got peace and then the 8 of Raphael really right next to each other. 8 is unlimited opportunities, possibilities. Raphael is that water energy I talked about in the intro. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. We do have a lot of that Scorpio energy going on. Tons of that right now. Very intuitive energy. We do have some planets in Pisces. Didn't I say Neptune was in Pisces? And who else was in Pisces? Somebody else was in Pisces too. So we do have a lot. Mars is in Pisces. So there is still that pushing you forward. Now the 8 of Raphael is just kind of saying, let it go. There is something more. So in many ways, it's kind of it's saying with that full moon, release and relinquish, because what you hold on to, you bring into the next cycle. And as your season is ending, you're going to bring it in, whatever it is that's weighing you down, into the next cycle. Okay? So the 8 of both of these cards are saying, let things go. Okay. There is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. And it's a spiritual quest. And again, my Tauruses, your ability, and I mean, yeah, there are, cancers with the full moon and, but your ability to pick up stuff, from other people, maybe that is what you need to do. Maybe you do need to, go on that spiritual quest to learn how to filter that out, how to keep that from keeping you from being the best you possible. Okay, let's see. Next card. That 4 of Gabriel. Oh, I love this. Now, if you did watch the introduction, I know a lot of people pass it, and that's okay. This was in there. The 4 of rods or wands, never quite sure what I want to call it. But the 4 is, again, stability. That it is leadership. It's organization. Gabriel is fire energy. So whatever this is, it will bring about a celebration. It will, it seems like it's closer than it has ever been. That celebratory, that birthing, that new stuff. So I'm not going to be afraid of Mercury Retrograde. I'm going to cling to that Empress energy. That's, that there's new energy coming. So, but again, it is about letting this go. And it's almost like a spiritual bath, whatever I said about that earlier. So the 4 of Gabriel, celebrate. Put it out there. Time for a celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. Now, I know a lot of times these, the cards do have many common threads with them, but yours is really letting go, releasing, and there is something, something better is waiting for you. Celebrate. Celebrate. So this weekend, not this weekend, this week could be that changing point, that tipping point. My question is to my Tauruses. Can you let go of what's holding you back? Sometimes we can't. Many times it'd be like, yeah, I want to, quit my job, sell my house, or sell wherever all my stuff and just go on the road. And, sometimes it's like, well, that's not necessarily feasible, but there could be, you could be, looking for another job. And again, it's always better to get another job when you have a job. So it could be, it's basically, even though you've got that piece, that, that card saying let things go, death is, death to whatever is the negative energy, rebirth to that positive energy. There is, you need to make some changes, make some steps with this too. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so is it always easy? No, but my Tauruses, you are such warriors. Here we go. Let's see. Guardian angels, what do you have to say to our Tauruses? Is there any, kind of wrap this up? Here we are. A new beginning. How about that? You saw me, thank you. Thank you. I always have to say thank you. I love this. I love this. This is the Fool card. This is, new beginning, 0 God source energy. You're at the beginning of a wonderful journey. And to have that with that one, that's great. There's no need to have any fear as guardian angels walk beside you every step of the way. You have unique gifts to offer the world if you will just free yourself from that which holds you back. New opportunities will present themselves if you truly believe. Okay. I love that. I love that. So is maybe the bumpy road's over. I just, it's like I said, it's been a bumpy road. I keep hearing it's been a bumpy road. So let's see. Crystal or energy to help my Tauruses. And I want to hear about this. So please, I didn't do this. Please comment, like, share, do all that stuff down there. Keep my channel moving, keep it growing, keep me on air if you'd like. Anyway, let's see what we have. Crystal or energy for my Tauruses. Nothing's been reversed. It's been a very straightforward. Moonstone. Now this, okay, female fertility. That really connects with the Empress at the beginning. Calming emotions. Attracting new love. Growth. My Tauruses, what is this all about? I kind of feel like there's you have to come to some resolution with this. You have to come to some resolution of saying, this is over, but look at what's there. Look at what's about to come. Anyway, my Tauruses, again, if you would like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications, watch the whole playlist. As always, though, my Tauruses, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.